Hey guys, what's up? So I want to really touch on two pairs today with this video. Before I go into the pair that I really want to talk about, which is EURUSD, I want to cover a loss on NZDCAD. These were the two trades that I really took this week, NZDCAD and EURUSD. I would have been interested in other pairs like CHF-JPY, EURUSCHF, and maybe a few others, but the only ones that really seemed like they had some value to me would have been NZDCAD and EURUSD. Now, NZDCAD stopped me out. It gave me 1-to-1, but to be honest, I did not have intention on only taking 1-to-1. I definitely would have wanted more. Maybe my greed would have caused me to lose this trade. But then looking at it, I still barely would have gotten, I wouldn't even have gotten 1-to-3 with this trade. So I think me losing this trade would have been for the better. Don't let this distract you from when you do inevitably win. Losses are just a part of what we do. And I don't like to dwell on the losses for that long, but I am very keen on showing you that I did lose this trade and I have no problem talking about it. If we look at NZDCAD as well, we know that NZDCAD has been a bear market overall. So sells, in my opinion, would have made more sense. Even looking at the monthly time frame, at least from January this year, it has been rejecting the high repeatedly, which again, I could go through so many different reasons as to why I found a sell there. It did sell, it just didn't sell for as long as I wanted it to. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know, not every time you take a trade, it's going to go, and do all of the things that you wanted to do. That's literally a part of the game. But what I really want to talk about today is the trade on EURUSD that I took this morning. Now, I am going to try my best to see if I can edit this video and get it out to you before the day ends. The time as of right now, as of recording, is 3:06 p.m. my time. I want to touch on why I would have bought EURUSD, where I would have done so, where I would have exited, and why I did all of these things, why I made all of these decisions. What we will do now is we will go straight into the confluences that made me place a buy on EURUSD this morning. By the way, I did call it out in my free group chat or channel. Now, looking at EURUSD, I want you to understand that the single biggest driving force behind why I make decisions is not out of prediction, but out of reaction. I try my best to not predict what the market is going to do, because I am very much aware that I cannot do so, right? I am aware of the fact that I don't know what is going to happen. So instead of trying to predict what might happen, I just want to try to react to what is happening. So what I'm doing is, and when I go to the monthly time frame in this case, looking at EURUSD from its inception, when EURUSD started on the monthly time frame to present, it has been a bull market. Recently, it's gone a little bearish, but anybody who knows me knows that in a bull market, my belief is anytime you see a sell, that sell is an induction just to continue the buys. So for me, again, and if you know and you follow me, you know that I have a law that I say, and I'll repeat it here now for you. Never go against the momentum unless a reversal is clear. If you followed me long enough, you could probably say that in verbatim, but it's something that I use to govern the way that I think about the market. EURUSD is a bull market. I am interested in buys only. I don't care about sells. I am not interested in sells. So that is confluence number one. Go on the higher time frame and find the overall direction. Confluence number two. When I zoom in, staying on the monthly time frame, I can say that at least from October last year to present day, EURUSD has been in bullish momentum, having only slowed down within the last few months or so. Confluence number three. This current candle, as of right now, as of today, this current monthly candle is closing in 1 hour. As of right now, it's closing in 1 hour and 50 minutes. That would have been maybe about 4 hours or so, maybe about 5, let's just say about 6 hours or so before I took the trade, which means the monthly candle as of right now has been bullish ever since the month began. That's information that we could use. Confluence number four. When I look on a lower time frame on EURUSD, let's go down to the weekly. I want more confluence that is likely to occur. So when you look at how many weeks make up a month, we know that 4 weeks make up a month. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the start of the week, right? The start of the month, sorry, right? You can actually see it here. The week with June 23, June. The last candle would have been May. So you have 4 weeks making up a month. That being said, these last 4 weeks have also suggested bullish momentum, having one small pullback, and then the present week would have produced that little pullback as well. Interestingly enough, the weekly time frame is also suggesting something else. This gives me a beautiful segue to confluence number 5. Confluence number 5 suggests that there is a head and shoulders pattern probably in the making. If it's a head and shoulders pattern, you know to sell at the neckline. So my question is, why didn't it sell at the neckline? Why didn't it sell all the way down here? Why didn't it get back all the way down here? What's important about this level here? So that gives me a segue to confluence number 6. Coming down to the daily time frame, looking to the left. So this candle would not have been present as of yet, right? So on the daily time frame, that bullish candle did not occur yet, right? Because the market would have been down here. Market would have opened here and it would have been down here. Looking at this level, there's something interesting happening down here. So the question is, what is happening down here? Confluence number 7. Buyers are most likely interested down here. And we confirm that by actually seeing the market go up from this level. So we know that buyers would have been entering as it climbed over the few days after this tap to this level would have been created. Confluence number 8 would actually have stop losses of buyers below this level, which would look something like this. Confluence number 9. Looking at the forward time frame, you can actually see that much more in detail, where you have price come down to this level, proceed back up to show those buyers the buys, and then come back down again to target the stop losses of those buyers. Influence number 10. I have a principle that I use, which is the principle of rejection. So if I see price reject a level really aggressively, typically it suggests that the market doesn't like that level and doesn't want to stay there. This is the beginning of rejection, but I need to monitor what happens in the coming minutes or hours to see if I do actually have an entry. Confluence number 11. Looking at the structure right here, if I realize that EURUSD starts to pull back up and close above this level, what does that suggest to me? It suggests that it's rejecting this level, like I said in the last confluence, and it also suggests that it wants to proceed up. Let me explain why. I have been explaining this to students recently. So if we have price come tap a level and come back up and create this level here, which will be denoted by this. When price breaks it, price typically breaks levels all the time. When price breaks the level, let's think about the words we use. Break. If price breaks this level here, the reaction is price attempt to fix that break. If it retests and drops, it's because price is okay with it being broken and is very much okay with leaving it broken. So what we would typically have is a break and a retest scenario where it continues down. But if price is not okay with it being broken, when it gets back to this level, it will typically fix it by coming back up. By fixing it by coming back up, what this tells me is it does not want to stay down here. Confluence number 12 is we're looking at the 1 hour time frame and we're watching to see how price reacts to this level. Now, on the 1 hour time frame, there isn't a lot of information, just the fact that we know it's a confirmed break. This candle closed here, and we know that it's a confirmed break of this level here. Coming down to the 15-minute time frame, again, we have potential rejection. So now we go into confluence number 13. We have potential rejection to this level. And if it does reject and go back above this zone, that is all the confluence I need to begin to search for an entry. So watching it play out, you actually have, instead of it dropping down further, you actually have it coming back up, rejecting the low. Price stays within this area for just a little bit. And right around here is where I began to look for my buy. Because I'm saying price not only got above this and is rejecting that, but it's definitely not staying down here. It is this candle that I actually bought. My stop loss was then placed right below this most recent low. Why would I do that? Because Confluence number 14 suggests that if now this level is the stop point of this level here, why would it come back down to that low? It makes sense that if I bought here to put my stop loss below there, it yields a 19 pip stop just about, and my minimum target is this level here because that's the most recent extreme high. So we're looking at something like that. So then I proceed, I go about my business, I begin my class, and I'm in my class with my student by this point. I actually, by the time I see this, I hopped onto the 1 minute time frame and I begin the pursuit of looking for a second position because I already see that it's definitely bullish, extremely bullish. So Confluence number 15 suggests look at a new level to see if it's broken and stays broken. Because in this case now, I don't want it to break and then fix. I want it to break and then retest. So looking at this level here, look at what happens. If I zoom in, you can actually see it breaks. So it breaks here, it comes back, it retests a little bit, and that was my entry. My second position was right along this area here, and my stop loss came right up underneath this candle here. And then I proceeded, market did what it had to do, and it left the building. Looking at the 50-minute time frame, Confluence number 16, the next level that I think price was going to stumble upon would have been this level here. So let's see what happened. And it broke that level. So by breaking this level here, my trade by this point is, my second trade by this point is so deep in profit that I'm more or less safe. So that's the second trade. So if you realize the first trade has a risk reward ratio of 1 to 4.1. The second trade has a risk reward ratio of 1 to 5.6. You see, because I got in with a much tighter stop loss on the second position than the first, it makes it that I'm using liquidity and equity from the first position to buffer any potential loss of the second. Confluence number 17 is when I see price starting to stumble upon this area. I begin the trail really aggressive. My trail actually got all the way up to just underneath this level right around here somewhere. And the next candle is what took me out. So I ended up closing this second position at 1 to 3.8 somewhere there, and the first position at 1 to 3.4. And then come to the live market, and the market hasn't done much more than that. I want you to understand, this video might be all over the place because I'm doing this just because I want to get it to you so that you can probably have something to study over the weekend. But I want you to understand, look at how many different things I have to suggest to me that the market was going to do something. I don't know that it was going to do something, but because I have so many things telling me to do it, it makes sense for me to give it a try. I hope you understood where I was going with this. I hope it made sense to you. If you have any questions, you can absolutely reach out to me, or you can just ask it in the comments. All right? Definitely like the video if you like this, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you guys in the next one.
Nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa.